Yo, what is going on, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. It is so good to see you guys after a weekend off, I suppose. I thought about streaming super late last night, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna hop on. I'm just gonna hop on right after the town hall and hang out with you all then. So let me just say thanks for the town hall. Put that in the town hall chat, and then yeah, guys, let's get to it. So I mean, green candle for sure. Like, what a weekend it's been. You take a look at Bitcoin, which crossed 41. I think it hit 42, but obviously SPS is on an absolute tear right now, up 15% on the 24-hour. I'm not sure if we crossed 3 cents, but we're definitely flirting with it. Vouchers, I think, hit like 3.7 cents. DEC's been doing well, staying around peg. We're back over 5 billion DEC in circulation. So, you know, lots happening in the space right now, which I don't know. I think is really fun and exciting. I don't know how long it lasts for. My guess, personally, to be the bear here, my guess is that it lasts until the Bitcoin ETF goes live. Then that becomes kind of like a sell the news event. Now, when that happens, I don't know. I'm hearing January, but I think if we keep the party going during the holidays, that could be quite fun. And then, you know, January rolls around, we sell the news, and then things are just quiet until April, which is when the Bitcoin halving will be, and the subsequent summer I think will be super fun. But that's kind of just the timeline I have in my head. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm talking about. But let me talk to you guys and see how everybody is. All right, so Skyer, what is going on? Yeah, SPS at 3 cents, almost. What's up, Aaron Kennedy? Good to see you here. Matthew Young, let's go. 3 cents SPS. I know, it's amazing. Virus, good to see you as well. Buy it all. Let's go. All right, so Battle Beast, what's up? Duppy, Lawrence Blake, Flaviano, Plato Zero. Oh, we got a party in here today. In Mav, there was 3 cent screenshots. Not sure what exchange. Okay, well, I mean, we're like right there, so I'm sure it's just jumping up and down at this point. But you know, hey, Carlo, what's going on? Yeah, I mean, overall, I think we're in a really, really good spot. So for me, what's exciting is the fact that we are correlating well with the rest of the market, and whether it's correlation with the market or just the fact that, you know, Splinterlands has a lot of cool stuff going on right now with the launch of Land, with the launch of Rebellion. You know, I'm good with either. We'll ride the green candle up. Now, here's where things could get interesting. Let's say we are decoupled. And we hit January. Bitcoin ETF gets announced. We have a little run, and then, you know, it's a sell the news event. Well, what could happen is SPS and the rest of the game could continue to rise if demand for Rebellion packs continues, if the team continues to deliver cool stuff in the new year. Now, I have a fear, and I put this out to Walking Keys, or when we were, let me rephrase that. I was talking with Walking Keys, and I kind of expressed this fear to him the other day, where I was just like, we have all this momentum right now. It's fantastic. But what happens if we get to January, right? The team like crosses the finish line. They get the Rebellion pre-sale done. They get the Rebellion general sale and launch of the set. They get Land 1.5 done. And then we get to January, and it's like, oh, there's not going to be like any updates for a couple of months, right? Will that be a momentum killer? And the reason I bring that up is because I gave you one out of two possible scenarios. Well, actually, there's obviously more scenarios, but it's just like, if we are decoupled, here are the scenarios, right? Bitcoin starts to go down, and or Bitcoin starts to go down, or starts to just, you know, stay flat, and all of a sudden SPS continues moving higher. But the flip side could also happen. Like, let's say the momentum continues. Let's say the Bitcoin ETF is fantastic, right? And all of a sudden, it's not just a sell the news event like a lot of us are thinking. It's hey, this is the pre-game party to the halving, which is happening in April, right? So 4 months from now, and we just keep rising and rising and rising. Well, on the flip side, right? If we are decoupled, Bitcoin keeps going up, but SPS, once the hype for Land 1.5 and once the hype for Rebellion dies down, what if SPS starts going down while the rest of the market is continuing to pump? I don't know. I hope that we're somewhat correlated right now, or if we're uncorrelated, hopefully it happens in the best of ways. But it's just something that I'm thinking about, because I'm like, if we get to that point, the team is just exhausted. They have their well-deserved time off for the holidays, and then they come back in January and they're like, okay, back to the drawing board. Let's figure things out. Well, that drawing board is going to take, I don't know, a couple weeks to like fill up and figure out the roadmap. Matt did say that they want to have their roadmap figured out by the end of January. So right there, if they're planning to have like the roadmap for 2024 out by the end of January, that tells you right now that there's going to be 4 weeks in January, 3 weeks in January, where we should not expect too much. Now, I still have hopes, and this is where I know I'm going to hurt myself. I still have, hopes that maybe that Grain LP is going to make its appearance and launch in January, which would be enough for me, right? If they can just knock that out, get that done. But just the simple fact that Matt's saying, they're not going to have their roadmap up by the end of January. That's going to be a long month. It's going to be a long month. Now, hopefully all of us will stay distracted with everything that's going on with Land, with everything that's going on with Rebellion. But I think we've all gotten used to, once again, the steady drip of just alpha releases stuff. Like, this reminds me, and I've said this in multiple videos and multiple live streams. I said I wanted to go back to Q1 of this year, 2023, when they were just dropping new things every week. Every town hall had something interesting in it. Every release had something, even if it was small, a new rule set, a new ability, a new whatever. Like, they were just giving us stuff every week. And now, just like the addicts that we are, right, they gave us a little drip starting back in September with the change, right? Matt's been doing these town halls, town squares weekly. They've been promising, a bunch of things. Obviously, there was a little snafu with Land, but it was 2 weeks, right? Matt gave a date, and it was 2 weeks later. I'm okay with it. Like, we all got over it. My point is that once Rebellion is out, once all this is done, what happens if that steady drip goes away in January? Like addicts, are we all just going to start vomiting salt the way that we did over the summer? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay. Let me see who else is here. Icy Flow, what's going on? Matthew Young, can't wait to open my Rebellion cards. Do you mind discussing your strategy? I know you didn't buy much. Do you plan on going in with singles? Yeah, I'm waiting for all of the packs. Let's see. Let's go to the secondary market here. How much? Oh, actually, we don't need to. Pack price up to $350. Okay, I'm waiting for this to get like, I'm going to be greedy. So I'll wait for it to get to like $370 or something, $375, and then I'm just going to dump on all you guys, because I bought all my packs and I want to get rid of them. So I got a discount. I want to get rid of them, and I will probably just go in and grab singles. Now, that being said, I am very curious to see. I may hold some to the side, because you know what? Let me rephrase that. If prices on cards are absolutely bonkers, I'll probably end up opening a couple tomorrow, mainly because it'll be like, well, the pack costs $3.75, but there's, like, pack value is at $18 right now on day one. So I might, play around with that. But on the whole, I'm excited to see where the pack value stays and if it can remain relatively high. Now, what's cool to see is that the estimated pack value for Rift Watchers is starting to creep up a little bit as well, which means some of those cards are getting eaten off the market. There was a large discrepancy between the pack price and the estimated value, as I think people were just kind of speculating on pack price. But now you're seeing, people could be speculating on card values too, but you're seeing cards actually get eaten off the market, which is great. That floor is starting to rise. Dragon, what's going on? I'm so excited for tomorrow. Me too. Yeah, that Grain LP needs to get pushed out hard. It's just like a second baby. I don't even know what you want to call it at this point. Ghostly BG, what's up? All right, sold over 500 worth of assets to put into Land and Rebellion. Wow, nicely done. Got like 260 Rebellion packs and doubled my Land bag. Hell yeah, look at you go. Burning Elk, what's going on? It's been a minute. Yeah, I'm excited for the Grain LP, aiming to be a Grain Lord. You know what was interesting that he said today was that if you want to provide to LPs, you're going to need storage. Is that really a thing? It's crazy if you'll need to have, like, you'll need to provide your liquidity from storage, because then that means like not everybody can go provide liquidity, which is kind of going against the grain, right? Pun intended. Kind of going what he said earlier, where if people who don't own Land want to still be involved, they can provide liquidity. So I don't know if, like, I kind of don't get me wrong. I kind of like the idea of needing, storage facilities to provide liquidity, because that gets you, a certain other resource. But I don't know. That kind of goes against where they were at about offering people who don't own land a way to participate. So I will have to get a little bit more information on that. Lunacy System, what's going on? All right, so almost at 30 million SPS burned, which is dope. I agree. All right, so grain has been selling for 0.09 DEC. Grain Lord is the way. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's actually, it's less than 0.1 DEC. I thought it would be at around that value for a while, but I mean, we'll see what happens. A big release like that should keep us busy for some time. Many content strategies to try. I don't think we'll be bored soon. All right, Flaviano, I'm actually with you on this. They're going to launch it, and then people are going to get busy for the holidays. So I think a lot of folks will probably end up checking back in, late December, early January. And, that's where we'll be. And I'll try to do my part in terms of keeping us all busy with tons of tournaments. So that is something that I literally cannot create them until the change goes live. But tomorrow that all happens, and I am super pumped. All right, so Blazeco says, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you, Blazeco. Good to see you here. All right, so Harry says, I'm loaded up on vouchers. Matt keeps repeating over and over he wants more value for vouchers, means a higher price. But he also has them pegged at 20 cents, right? So there is upside, but I think it's capped. Now, what could get interesting, oh man, okay, so hold on, let me check my notes here, because I took some notes for the 5 biggest takeaways. Where was it? Oh man, did I not take a note on this? Hold up. Oh, the packs in chests. So hold up. Okay, let me just make sure I label this properly for later. I like so speaking of vouchers, if you missed it, Matt mentioned that I think it was Crypto Eater had reached out to him with an idea, and I hope that this gets implemented in some way, shape, or form, where in order to earn those reward packs, you would get some kind of totem, or sorry, not totem, but a pack fragment, right? Or a pack IOU, just to break it down as easily as possible. And so maybe once you get X amount of them, you can take that plus a voucher or something to go and redeem it. So it's not necessarily free. And here's the thing. I don't know if those would be tradable, right? We wouldn't make pack fragments tradable, or at least I wouldn't. But then you also have to be cognizant of how many pack fragments are there going to be out there. And at some point, those pack fragments will not have any value, right? I guess you'd have to wait until the next major set comes out. But I don't know. I like the idea, because it's just yeah, you know what? Instead of just getting it all for free, make them use a voucher, right? It's 3 cents right now, or better yet, let's say vouchers go up to 20 cents, but the pack values remain relatively high at $3.50. Even bots that come in and farm the system eventually, right, would get enough pack fragments. They go in, they would have to burn a voucher. And so that helps the economy in one place, because it requires them to do something for that. And so that adds value to vouchers, that adds value to SPS, because keep in mind, or SPS and node licenses. Thanks for a reminder. I need to buy some grain. You know it. All right. So Flaviano, I think the same thing too. What did Flaviano say? Oh, yeah. All right, cool. All right. So Matthew says, also, another worry of mine I forgot to ask in the Town Hall of Battle Wagons, what is stopping whales from buying up tons of commons, since there's no differential from rarity in Battle Wagons and really inflating airdrop points? Absolutely nothing, Matthew. But you know what? If they buy up a ton of commons, the floor price is going to go through the roof on pack value. So I don't again, it's a different design that brings different problems, but I think these problems are not the incentives align much better with maintaining value, right? Here's the thing. If whales want to come in and do anything in the game, buy up a bunch of land, buy up a bunch of SPS, they can do that, right? But in the past, they would just flip the packs, take a small loss on the pack value, especially early on, and then get airdrops until the end, right? 15, 14 airdrops, however many it was. Whereas now the incentives align much, much better, in my opinion. I've been buying the difference on Hive Engine for Rebellion. Nice. All right, I'm still looking for pack opening service if you are still interested. Yes, sir. All right, so we'll do some pack opening tomorrow. Let's see how much I have here. We can definitely make. Oh, I have some tournament stuff to finish up too. I got 36 minutes. Okay, so if I go to open, this may not be however much you're looking for, Virus, but let's see. What's my limiting factor? 7,000. 7,000 divided by 5. So I can open up 1,400 packs on my account. So if people want to open up packs here, we can definitely make that happen. And I know we're talking in DM, so we'll figure it out. All right, so yeah, storage for 2.0, but I think it only produces Elixir. Also, hold on, Virus, since you're here now, do you want to do this like right away? I'm assuming you want it like ASAP. So if that's the case, then we can definitely make that happen. And I'll do it before I open any packs, just so I know whose stuff is whose. All right, so yeah, storage for 2.0, but I think it only produces Elixir. We'll have to see details in the white paper. Yeah, I mean, I looked at the flowchart. I haven't had a chance to dive into it, so I'll do a separate video on that, unless you want me to transition over. But I know there's a lot of comments I want to catch up on. As long as you keep pumping out videos, we won't get bored. I mean, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to keep everybody engaged. I think that my job is going to become significantly easier in 24 hours, which I'm excited about. So I bet the real moneymaker will be aggregator who's able to efficiently source stuff and actually make spell and item cards. True. Blaze goes, I'll be maxing out the Rebellion set ASAP. Oh, that's exciting. So what's up, Rubinsky? Good to see you. All right, airdrop points based on the burn value of the card. So commons are worth a ton less in staking points, plus only 5 cards. Dude, I love the fact that they increased the Battle Wagon thing to 50 vouchers. I don't know if we're going to have easy access to those numbers, but I would love to see how many battle wagons actually exist. So that's going to be fun. All right. So Matthew says, I don't believe that is the case. I'm pretty sure Matt had said the rarity isn't a consideration, but if I'm wrong, do you have a link? Sorry, what were we talking about? Oh, okay. So hold on. Let me go back and read your question. So what is stopping whales from buying up a ton of commons since there's no differential rarity from? Oh, okay. So yeah, so I think you have a misunderstanding on the value. It's going to be CP. So like one common card is going to get you 5 like airdrop points versus one legendary card is going to get you 500 airdrop points. On top of that, each of the battle wagons only has 5 slots for cards, right? I think there's 100 slots for packs, but it's only 5 slots for cards. So if you're just going to put 5 common cards on a wagon, you're going to use up that wagon, pay 50 vouchers, and then have to buy like a bunch more, which is why Matt was saying earlier that it incentivizes people to max out their cards, because then you take that 5 CP times 400 for a max common, that's 2,000 CP per slot. All right, where do we leave off? It was just in Town Hall. I'm not sure of the timestamp. All right, so how many packs can you load up on the conflict wagons? 5 cards and I believe 100 packs. Coveted. Whoa, Coveted, what's going on? Let me get some water. All right, so Virus says, I'll be at the office tomorrow, so watching you open them will feed the itch of wanting to see what I get. All right, we'll figure it out. So I believe I'm gonna be on their official like launch party stream from noon my time to 2 p.m. So if you want to do it then, I probably won't be available then, just because if they're asking me to come on, I want to make sure I give my full attention. But right after that, so that should be, I guess, 3 p.m. Eastern, I believe. Yeah, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to hop on stream myself and just literally try to spend the rest of the day with you guys doing this stuff, or at least a couple hours, and then again in the evening, because I'm going to use that time, give everybody a chance, and then we're going to set up a bunch of tournaments. So that's all I got planned for this week. I don't think the value in one pack at 150 CP is right. It should be less so people are incentivized to open more packs. I think 150 CP is fine. But, I haven't run the numbers yet, Ghostly BG. And I'm not going to run the numbers. So if you feel that way and you want to back it up with the data, I'll trust you. But I also think it's too late to change it now. Virus, I could open 100 packs for you and still have enough potions for my future. You do lots for the community. I'd be happy to do that for you. See, look at that, Virus. You got people volunteering. All right, I want to open some of those CL packs. No, I don't. I'm waiting for those CL packs to go above. Was it $4? I'm just gonna hold them forever. I got 1,000 research tokens. What do I do with them? Nothing. You sit on them and wait until Land 2.0 is out. So maybe you got another year, 2025. All right. So thanks, Dragon. Appreciate it. All right. So everybody slap that like button. Thank you, Harry. Like you just face it in all melee match and it played the Thorn Summoner. Okay. So I need to go get as busy as I can. So today's just flies by so fast. Fair enough. All right. Well, have a good one. I'll be up and live tomorrow partying too. Amazing. All right. I cannot wait. I mean, it's just going to be super fun. I have no idea what to expect, but what I'm going to start with by tomorrow night, and hopefully Dark Knight is going to hop in on stream with me as well. I'm just going to set up like bronze and silver level tournaments just to see where things are at. Yeah. So unless people want to have like higher level, I don't know how quickly there's going to be stuff, but I'll be able to set up tournaments hopefully just like that, and then we'll just spend the entire like afternoon playing games. Just to me, the value and the excitement is going to be in those tactic summoners, and I think if we can have, I don't know, if we give people a reason to like actually start leveling stuff up, it's going to be awesome. Birds, bees, and trees. What up? Bitcoin is up. Hey, yes indeed. In fact, let's go back here so you're not looking at all the packs that I'm hoarding, which is not very many. BTC is up. Dwayne is revealing the secret of Pretoria. Wait, did Dwayne get to reveal that? That's cool. I just saw it on the official announcements. But good for him, man. He's an OG. He's been around for a minute. All right, are we back? There we go. Okay, so screen is still showing. Man, this thing is just stubborn. It does not want to move. But we're close. Vouchers up to 3.6. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be good times. I'm just excited to see what the next couple of months bring here, because if we can keep up the momentum, that is the important thing. You got to keep up the momentum, and that's really my only concern. All right, actually, hold up. I think I'm all caught up on chat right now. You guys are throwing in a couple more, but let me do these battles or tournaments, and then I guess y'all be able to see what I'm putting in. So hopefully I'm not facing you. And then this one is tomorrow, so we're good. Oh, geez, pressed the wrong button. There we go. Oh, geez. Oh, speaking of which, there's a new Rick and Morty I gotta watch. All right, 28 minutes. We can knock out 3 battles. All right, so in silver, I only have one strategy: spam Quora. So that's exactly what we are going to do. Boom. Boom. Oof. Let's give Quora some support. We're gonna go with that one and that one, and throw him there. Cool. Oh, we can't watch it? All right, I guess these are gonna be easy wins then. Who has the slowest monsters? I guess they do. Okay, you just got so much mana to use. I don't even care. Let's do you. All right, so we'll put him in front, put him in back, put him there. And then what? 3 and 1 mana? Do we go sneak or opportunity? Let's go opportunity. I rarely use that guy, but maybe it'll come in handy. Let's see, we got a battle here. All right. Something to watch. Oh, no. But it's odd. So what are they going to use? Oh, C-Rec. Okay, we're going to have to work through some things here, but I think we can get this. Oh, that was terrible miss. Oh, you know what? I did not even realize that this was a cripple rule set. So Lily was a bad choice. But this guy's just getting slower and slower now. So. Oh, that giant killer was totally wasted. Oh, geez. All right. At some point, he's got to start missing, right? All right. At least we got rid of... Oh, we're going to get rid of him. Sweet. This is going to be really tough. I have no idea. I don't think I'm going to win. Oh, nice miss. All right. Boom. Boom. Actually, I think we can get it. I don't know. That was a waste of 5, but it's fine. I think we're gonna be able to do enough damage. Boom. Boom. Yeah, this should be game. All right, check that out. Lily Shieldpaw for the win. All right, I got one more, but let me catch up on chat real quick because I see all this stuff coming in. Old helmet. This old helmet. You seem like you're spamming, but I'm just not going to say that. Do you play? I mean, it's a fun comment. All right, so LOL talking to my boss on the phone. Every other word is profanity with him. Why is he so mad? Or is that just him? All right, stop it. Or slapping my first max goalful on my juicy plot this week. Very exciting. What are you going for, Burning Elk? It's time to ban Quora in silver. Man, it's time to ban Quora in general. Mystic Force, what's up? Go vote in the pre-proposals, everyone. No, don't ban Quora. I worked hard playing my guild to get Quora. Yeah, you know, I feel like I just got my level 3 Quora, and I like using it because it's so broken. Thank you, Red X. Appreciate you. I have not seen the town hall yet. It's all good. I mean, there was a lot of stuff there. I figured we could talk about it kind of casually here, but I'll put together the 5 biggest takeaways a little bit later. Okay. Enrage, eh? I mean, once again, spam Quora. It's just like not... I don't know. It just seems so dumb. Oh, yeah, let's throw this dude into the mix, too. Most definitely. 2 mana. What else do we got? 1 mana. What else do we got? Let's put him in. All right, we'll see what happens here. They had the same idea. They use the same people. I thought about going with him, but then I didn't. So it's a great story. Now, how come? What we have like identical teams? Oh, I went with the double martyr. Oh, that's a problem. It actually kind of sucked that my Quora went first. Oh my gosh. Oh, can I get a free kill? Oh, can I get 2 kills? But that's not going to be enough. We didn't heal enough. Oh, this is so dumb. I hate this game. God. Oh, whatever. Stupid ass RNG. All right. Our Ancient Ruins Reconstruction Project. What was this in reference to? Oh, so that's what Dwayne is revealing or revealed. Very cool. All right, so Burning Elk says mostly green at the moment, but still dabbling in research and SPS. Have 3 Roonies with my 1 on best plot. 1 on best plot. You know, I kind of miss having my Rooney. Because I need to stake my 3rd one, but My main guy, I threw him on the keep just because I was the only one I had available in game at the time. And I miss playing with him. So part of me is like, oh, well, I'm gonna need to have one. So we'll see. I need to get my third plot online. I've just been lazy. I've been lazy and I don't have any cards. I mean, I could put like garbage on there. I don't have any cards in DEC, but I think I'll just end up throwing some garbage on there since the Geddon is good right now. We seem to be stuck at 29.8 million. It is nice to see this moving forward, though. Market cap's up to 35, but we really need to get this supply down. The fact that there's not much liquid SPS is fantastic, but there's still, I don't know. Someone DMing me on Discord again. No, I have no idea what that was. All right, so let's see. Matthew's saying, what do you predict the average price of rarities would be on release and gold foils? Okay, so I mean, obviously, I have no idea what the prices are going to go for, but I will say this. Gold foil commons may end up being the best way to maximize your airdrop points. So I almost feel like gold foil commons, gold foil rares are going to get scooped up so fast because you can still play with them, right? And now not only do you get the bonus of the 10%, but you get the bonus on the airdrop points. So it's like if you're going to have a deck, right, or a collection that you're going to play with anyway, why wouldn't you just grab gold foils? Now, here's the thing. The price difference might be insane, right? And we can probably see what that is with something like even if we look at Chaos Legion, that's not going to be the best barometer because it doesn't have the same incentives. But I mean, I think gold foils are going to be extremely rare, which is kind of why I think, pack values are going to be so freaking high early on. And this will actually encourage people to open more packs, buy more packs and open more packs because there's just not going to be enough there on the table, right? Everybody's going to want to have a maxed set to whatever level that they're going to try to play. And sorry, maybe not a max set, but they're going to want to max their cards to whatever level that they want to play. And gold foils are already relatively rare. They're going to be rare there as well for Rebellion. So yeah, I have no idea what to expect. I think it's going to be stupidly high because we just don't have enough packs. So if you're asking me early on, I think without a doubt, this volume keeps turning up. I think without a doubt, it's going to be stupidly high at the beginning, and there might be an opportunity for pack flipping. But how long that lasts, I don't know. We'll find some kind of equilibrium, which is why I haven't committed to selling my packs just yet because I really want to see what things go for once it's actually live. And once people actually get a chance to feel and play with the cards and all that, it's gonna it's gonna be like, oh shoot, yeah, you know what, I need that one. That's a fun summoner. The summoners, so I can't talk about rarities, but I think the summoners are gonna be gone, right? Especially for the common ones, the multi-element. You need 400 of them to max them out. And granted, I know there's a ton of common cards no matter what, right? Like if we look at Chaos, for example. Actually, you know what would be better? Not Chaos, and actually not even on this website. Let's go here to printing and distribution. What I want to look at is Rift Watchers, because Rift Watchers will give us a better idea overall. So if we look at common cards. Now, okay, so here's the thing. There's half the cards in Rift Watchers and double the packs. So let's rationalize it this way, and let me know if I'm thinking about it the wrong way. If you think about the fact that there's double the amount of cards, right? So a variety of cards, and double the amount of packs. Sorry, did I say that wrong? Yeah. So so Rift Watchers compared to Rebellion, there's double the amount of packs in circulation, but there's also double the amount of cards for Rebellion, or half the amount of cards compared to Rebellion. So we can actually look at this and say, with the 500,000 packs that were purchased already, you got about 250,000 BCX of your common cards. So in a way, maybe it's like similar price to Rift Watchers once things normalize out and people have what they want. So at least for commons and rares and such, legendaries and gold foils are going to be on another level right now. Our market cap for SPS is still crazy low. That is true. But we're also not on any major exchanges, and the game isn't playable on ETH or BNB. What's up, Gregory? What's up, Gathering the Magic? Good to see you here. I want to hold on to my gold for airdrops, but I also want to sell them so I can get more regular force love for my cards. See? The problems. Decisions. All right, what's up, Brandon? Predicting Rebellion pack / card prices after tomorrow release is crazy difficult given airdrop mechanic and raising SPS price. Ranked rewards value goes up with SPS price. Yeah. So, I put out a video yesterday that I didn't even check to see how much traction it got, but I was excited about it because when I was running the numbers, for people who are wondering, the video was like, when are we going to have our Axie moment, right? Because I was going back to like an old article that I saw about Play to Earn Gaming, and for Axie, people were earning $25 and everybody was losing their mind. And I was like, man, in order to earn $25 at champion level, winning half your games in champ, I think it's like mid champ 2, right? So between champ 3 and champ 2, if you're winning that much and SPS is at 13 cents, I mean, everybody from the Philippines and all, wherever Play to Earn was hot, I feel like all of them would start coming back, right? Because it's just like, it's not, a lot of people were burned by the bull or the bear market, but a lot of people also saw the potential. And I think there's more hype now. Sorry, maybe not hype, but more like anticipation now, because it feels like we're still very early, which means you could actually get a lot of those Web3 native folks back into the mix. So, I need to go back and see. Oh, there's a lot of comments, so I'll try to get to that afterwards. Sorry, it's just been a busy 24 hours. But if you haven't watched that video yet, the title of the video is, when will Splinterlands have its Axie moment? And so I don't usually shill my videos out here, but I just feel like that one was an interesting number. And if you don't want to watch the video, you don't have to. I'm going to share it with you right now. The magic number is 13 cents. If SPS hits 13 cents, maybe even less than that, because I was just looking at ranked battle rewards. Like if you include battle chests, reward chests, in fact, here, you know what? Here's an even better thing. Let's can we go to Splinter Share? I haven't even checked this in a while, so this might be good to check. Okay, so Splinter Share. Oh wait, I don't know why I typed that in there. After sound. Okay, so check this out. So I earned 21 SPS from ranked battles, and I earned 14 from reward chests. 14 from ranked battles, nothing in reward chests. Is there like an aggregator? I know there's something here. Profile. Let's look at season recap. Perfect. Oh, month recap. Oh, let's just look at season. Oh, let's look at the entire month. More data, the better. And let's go to previous month. Yo, check this out. Okay, so for example, I earned. Look, I earned actually 775 SPS. So it looks like I'm still delegating for Archmage. 775, but I actually earned more from the reward chest. Now, granted, I'm playing, most of the bots hanging out in Diamond for the most part. But here's another situation where you're earning more. So, holy crap, guys. Okay, I wasn't even thinking about it in this way. But as it stands right now, I was just calculating based on this. But if you are getting even just the equivalent amount, not more, from your reward chest. Let's see, one more month. Yeah, dude, if you're getting the equivalent amount or more from your reward chest, which I have to imagine Champ is even better, well, then it's not 13.8 cents. I mean, it comes down to like 7 cents. We get to a 7-cent SPS, and you'll be able to have like the scholarship programs probably take off, because people will be able to earn $25 a day from this. Now, I guess it's $25 a day, but you'd be splitting it with, whoever is the owner of the assets. But that's going to be, oh man. I mean, I didn't factor it in because I really was trying to be conservative, but you think about the fact that we're like almost halfway there. I mean, once we start getting into the 5-6 cent range and people start actually calculating what they've earned, like check this out. Okay, so I earned, let's go back to November just for the fun of it, right? So I earned, this is in Diamond, botting my account. What was it? 7, let's just include everything in there. So 775 plus 952 over the course of an entire month times 0.03 that SPS is at right now. So that's $51. That's not very much, right? But for me, playing in Diamond, like Gold/Diamond, it's $52 just in SPS, right? I also got some packs, which we're not counting. And then whatever the value of like Soulbound reward cards are. But here's the thing. We're at 3 cents now. So multiply that by 2. Actually, no, let's divide it by 2, divided by 3 times 7. So, I mean, it's like $120. Let's say SPS were to be at 10 cents or 7 cents. That'd be $120. And that's me at the gold / or I really at the diamond level. But that's me at the diamond level botting my account in wild. You could earn way more in gold modern. Gold modern is the sweet spot. That's the other video I put out. Sorry, I don't know why I'm shilling my videos, but these are just numbers that are like I just spend time studying because it's fascinating to me. So to me, like once you get to a point where like somebody's able to earn significant amounts of SPS every day, that's when you can get the masses to come in. And again, it's probably not going to be people who are buying, who own a ton of assets. It's probably going to be scholars and a scholarship model. But this is kind of why I was against the idea of getting rid of the Nifty decks, right? Like if there's a bunch of Nifty decks on there, and once people realize this, we can get them to come in, start, impacting or playing with the ecosystem. They'll start buying their own cards. They'll start doing their own things. Yeah, they might be net sellers of SPS ultimately, but that I can't imagine like everybody that comes in is going to be a net extractor. I think people will see the value of the games in the future. All right, what I do know, $3.52 Rebellion pack on non-card market seems cheap. Man, people have been saying that since it was under $3. So everybody who bought heavy at that point, well done. If the case is that Goldfoil gets scooped up quick, I'm going to be selling the crap out of them, trying to get as close as I can to maxing out my set. Well, I here's the thing, Matthew. Goldfoil selling for a lot of money at the beginning is not something that's new to Rebellion. That happens every single time. It's just scarcity plus demand. So there's just not many gold foils early on, and everybody wants a max set or gold foil set or whatever the case is. So that's not any different. The only thing that's different this time is that the incentives are slightly more aligned with holding on to the assets. And what I mean by that is, let's say somebody really wants all the airdrop points. Well, all of a sudden, like they're going to get their cards. Somebody wants more airdrop points. You may have people who in the past would have been sellers of the gold foil, things that they got, but now decide to keep it and maybe go in and buy another gold foil because that'll allow them to play in, silver or gold, whatever the case is. And they want it because it's going to maximize their airdrop points. So you don't change anything with the amount of buyers, but you change the incentives for the sellers. In fact, you disincentivize many of them from selling and maybe even turn them into buyers. So that's just my kind of like rough analysis of where it goes. Obviously, we'll see what happens tomorrow, and maybe we get to a point where like SPS rises too much, and a ton of SPS gets burned for new packs or whatever the case is, and then we end up with too many cards. That could definitely happen. Obviously not at the same or to the same scale of Chaos Legion, but good problems. Keep in mind, bulk buy price is $3.66 at current voucher price. Single Rebellion pack price is $4.18 at current voucher price. Good point. You mentioning that we are not playable on ETH or BNB, maybe wonder, could that even be an option? Could you play the game cross-chain? Would love to get more exposure. I mean, I don't. That's not something the team is ever going to do. And if they were to move, like, I have my concerns about Hive. We had a nice Fuddy stream the other day where I was kind of like listing out my concerns on Hive. I mean, ETH is not the best chain, right? That's why even like Axie built a side chain with Ronin, and you got Immutable X that built a side chain. So I would guess if push came to shove and Hive collapsed and the team needed to, essentially shift the game from one chain to another, I don't think that they would just like build it on Ethereum. My hope is that there would be some kind of momentum enough that like they could approach Axie, or they could approach Immutable or Gala even, right? Like one of these larger things, and maybe just build on that side chain. Oh, well, Gala, I guess Gala doesn't even have a side chain, because the thing is we're all used to like no fee transactions, and this is a game that requires a ton of transactions. So can you imagine if you just wanted to combine, 2 cards and it cost you a $50 gas fee? Like nobody would play. So they would either have to, if they wanted to stay on ETH, they would have to move to a side chain or see if there's a winner on the secondary kind of like options. So Solana, Avalanche, Polygon. But once again, you'd be paying stupid amounts not stupid amounts. You'd be paying significant amounts in gas fees over time, and that would restrict a lot of things. So for example, when DeFi Kingdoms was still a thing, you could do a bunch of stuff, right? And every transaction that you kind of had on the chain, it wasn't crazy, right? It was like fractions of a fraction of a penny. So that was fine. That wasn't a problem. It is doable. It's just, people will need to have some kind of gas fee. But here's the thing, right? Like we all thought Solana was going to die after FTX went down. We all thought, we all thought Solana was going to die. There's no guarantee that any of these chains really make it. Polygon or Avalanche or even like Polkadot. But if they've survived the last bull run, and the reason I keep mentioning those is because there's still a lot of teams building on them, then maybe 2 bull runs will be enough to prove their worth and their value. But then again, there's also the secondary layer on ETH, right? We haven't even talked about Arbitrum. I think it's Optimism and Arbitrum, which I was really excited for. I don't know if anybody else is following that. I was really excited for, but it hasn't panned out the way that I was hoping that it would. Plus, I'm a Bitcoin maxi, so like ETH to me is like ETH is just the biggest shitcoin. That's all it is. I mean, they're all shitcoins, but ETH is just the biggest one. I don't hate it. I hold ETH, so don't get me wrong, but it's just, I don't know. Hopefully that answered your question. That was a really roundabout way. But here's the thing. To put a capper on it, Harry, I don't think that it's anything that we need to worry about right now. Only if Hive collapses or becomes unusable, which again is a concern with how many times the blocks run late and all that. But if it becomes unusable, then from a user experience standpoint, they'll have a serious decision that they'll need to make. So Sky says on Splex. Regarding your favorite Axie moment discussion, I don't know if I'm the outlier, but I have reduced Scholar play on my accounts by half because of land staking. Well, but Brandon, that's okay. So land is accomplishing its goal then. It's eating up a lot of assets off of the marketplace. But here's the thing. If SPS starts to go up, you can only do so much with your land. But let's say you have other scholars that are interested in playing, and you run the numbers yourself and say, well, my scholar can be successful reaching gold, diamond, champ if I make this much of an investment into the cards, right? And they can go in and play tournaments and all this stuff, right? I didn't even include tournaments or guild brawls in all of that. So my whole point is that if SPS rises high enough, there will be a point at which people like yourself, maybe Neil, like whales in the system or whales in the game, or even guilds like Nifty Arcade would make the decision like, hey, the APR for playing in this league with this kind of investment is high, right? Especially because modern is now human only. So you'll need to have scholars, which means you're bringing in real people. Now, what kind of killed the economy is that bots were simple scholars, right? Like they were full like extraction, but they required the assets to be utilized and used. And so once modern format essentially changed, that got killed. But bots, the thing with bots is that they never brought in new or fresh capital from actual sorry, let me rephrase that. They never brought in new interested real players, right? So if you're a bot operator or a bot farmer, you could look and run the numbers and say, all right, it costs X amount to run my bot, which is the payment that you would be making to a quote unquote scholar, and then make that investment, right, based on that. But that bot would never be someone that says like, I want to start my own collection. I'm going to be building for the long term. Whereas that's the difference between scholars, right? You get somebody who comes in, yeah, sure. Maybe they're making $10 a day or 12 and a half bucks a day when SPS is at 7 cents. They're probably going to take a good amount of that out, but they're going to look at this and say, well, I don't want to be a scholar forever. I'm going to take some of my capital and buy, maybe 10% of whatever I make and buy cards and start playing a second account in bronze. And so now that starts feeding in and of itself, right? You get more and more people doing that, and it becomes kind of exponential. So Papa Bear has retired. You know what? I just drank out of the Papa Bear mug this morning. We can be Papa Bear if you want. So what do you consider SPS going way too? What do you consider SPS going way too high? Okay, so I'm glad you caught that because I said it out loud and I was less like, I wonder if anybody's going to call me out on that. Here's the thing with SPS going way too high. There will be at least one, maybe several, and maybe big or small. I have no idea. But there will probably be like blow off tops in the sense of like SPS is going to get so high that people will then realize that the value of burning it for DEC can lock in their profits, especially because it makes the cost of a pack cheaper, right? So let's say, for example, today you were to buy, $2 worth of SPS, for example. All right, so let's go back here. So you were to buy like $2 worth of SPS at 3 cents. If SPS were to go to 6 cents, well, then all of a sudden you can buy a Rebellion pack for $2, right? Because SPS would be worth $4, right? Or you can redeem it for 4,000 DEC, and then you can go get a pack. So I actually don't doubt that that's what many people are doing right now, where they are buying SPS with the intention of seeing it go up in value and therefore getting a discount, almost like a reverse discount on Rebellion packs in the future, or whatever you can spend your DEC on, right? Assuming that DEC stays at peg. So this is kind of like the life spiral type of thing. But if it gets too high at a certain point, people stop buying SPS, right? Because we're going to run out of demand for the cards. We're just going to, at some point people be like, all right, SPS is high enough. I've burned enough and I've bought enough cards. So all of a sudden we reach that point. We've burned so much SPS for DEC. Granted, half of that is going into the DAO, but the other half is, being held by the team that gets recirculated back into the market. So when that happens, and I am confident that it will happen at some point in some way, shape, or form. I just don't know the kind of like full impact of it, like how the amplitude of what it'll be. But when it does happen, we will be in a position where demand will drop significantly for DEC and SPS, and we will have an oversupply, therefore, of DEC. So again, this is all just going to be cyclical, the way that crypto is. But my hope is that whatever kind of drop we see in the future, whatever kind of like bear market that we see will not be as bad as this one, because again, printing the amount of DEC that we did in 2021 was just stupidly high. We may see that again, which could be crazy, but at least that would be a good problem of like, all right, well, SPS is going to be at like, 50 cents or something like that. And therefore you only need to burn, 2 SPS in order to get 1,000 DEC for whatever the case is. So it'd be like a good problem where there'll be like a huge prosperous time period, which is what we saw in 2021, followed by, subsequent, down period. And I just don't know what that down period is going to look like. I have my hopes that it's not going to look like what 2022 and most of 2023 were, just because I think the team will hopefully be much more cognizant of the impacts long term. Like here's the thing. Well, I'm struggling on how I want to say this, because I don't want to delve into like conspiracy theories, because I know that's where you guys are going to want to go. But my question is, like, why wasn't the airdrop changed? Like 15x DEC on its peg, like that was just stupidly high. And actually, one of the reasons that I respected the team so much when I first came in, that made me stick around, is the fact that, I saw Matt and Aggie on a town hall talk about the fact that, like, we put it in the white paper, and we're just going to stick with it. So it's just like, okay, they're sticking to their guns. Now we've gotten to a point where over the last 2 years or year, with the proposal system, like the white paper doesn't mean anything. And even now with the like LAN 2.0 white paper, it's in draft mode, right? Even the LAN 1.5 is technically in draft mode, because they did not deliver everything that was supposed to be there in LAN 1.5. It got shifted to LAN 1.6. So in a way, I like the flexibility now that shows that the team is learning from their mistakes. But you go back in time to 2021 and, setting that 1-to-1 DEC for SPS airdrop point, I mean, that was brutal, right? And my hope is that they don't make that same mistake again. Not specifically that, but the mistake of, oh shoot, this is being exploited to hell, right? Like we are 15xing the supply, and we are not 15xing the player base, right? And here's the thing: at the time, they thought they were, because we had like 1 million spellbooks sold. So I can't even blame the team fully, because it was like the euphoria of the moment. And we could absolutely get there again. And I hope we do. And I hope that when we do, I know to hit that sell button so fast, right? But, we all think that, and then it doesn't happen. But my hope is that if there is something that ends up being like an SPS, airdrop exploit, they're able to clamp down on that fast, because the highs will be highs, or the highs will be high, but the low will hit just as much. All right, Virus, any thoughts on the fact that there will be no reward cards playable in Rebellion only tournaments and Phrase for the foreseeable future? There will be lots of T1, T2 Phrase that go unfilled. Oh, this is your question for Matt. I mean, it was a good question, but I agree with Matt. I don't think Chaos Legion should be anywhere near Rebellion. Like, let the set breathe by itself and encourage people to go buy the cards. Rebellion tournaments might not be very interesting. So Virus, this is where it comes down to the time frames. I think the cards in and of themselves and the set will be fresh for everybody starting tomorrow. And they will be interesting for a certain period of time. How long that time lasts for people, I don't know. Is a month and a half enough? And the reason I say that is because a month and a half would get us to the end of January, which would put the 1 year marker on the Chaos Legion reward cards, when the Soulbound ones, when they were put out. I don't know if that's enough time for the team to replace it, but I will say that a month and a half seems short, specifically because the Rebellion only tournaments will have the added they'll have the added novelty of the tactics. So it's not like every game will be the same. Like, you could have the same lineups a bunch of times, but choose who you poison, or choose who you give melee, or choose whatever. So in a way, like, compared to Chaos only tournaments, and you can't really compare it, because Chaos always included the reward cards. Like, the reward cards for Chaos were launched even before Chaos was out. But I just feel like the lasting impact of the novelty of Rebellion only will be longer than any of the previous sets. But that'll be something good to track, right? Like, you and I talk regularly, I stream regularly, so we'll kind of manage, or kind of just like see how things go over the next couple of weeks or a month, and maybe like reassess in January. Like, are we tired of this yet? Because maybe we won't be, right? Maybe it'll be like, oh no, let's set up another Rebellion only tournament. See how it goes. It seems the decision to restrict reward cards in Rebellion Phrase is a stopgap for newest players who feel left behind because of Soulbound reward card earning. That's another good point. Skyr, but aren't we supposed to do stuff on SPS chain? Yeah, eventually we'll get there. But when people go and lock in those gains, they will burn SPS, so the supply will go down. The problem will be the DEC peg that will come and go in waves. True. So Skyr, yes. Again, it's the mechanisms are better this time. They're better designed, right? So sure, will people burn a lot of SPS? Yeah, they will. But keep in mind the amount of SPS burned. Right now at 3 cents, you need to burn like 33 SPS per dollar of DEC that you want. Whereas like if SPS has a blow off top at 50 cents, like that, you're only burning 2 SPS, and there's 3 billion total that are going to be minted. Granted, we're down to like 2.9 now, 2.91, but you get my point. Tournaments are going to change. We're working on it now. Glad to hear that, IC Flow. There won't be Rebellion only tournaments. Okay, that's good to know. I guess it's a good thing there are dual summoners, because with the good number of rule sets in Rebellion, only you can't field the full team in certain rule sets. Yeah, that's true. Pushing for a switch to modern, wild, and classic format. Ooh, classic is. I'm excited for a classic one to give untamed folks their value. Classic works. Wild is everything. Classic is not modern. Yes, that's my understanding as well, Brandon. And looking further ahead, like let's say we fast forward 2 years from now, when there is another main set, you'll have like 6 sets, right? So Alpha, Beta, Untamed, Chaos, Rebellion, and then new one. Did we decide what we're calling that? I forgot. Oh, the Bull Daddy set. We're gonna call it the Bull Daddy set. It'd be interesting to have maybe even another ranked format that was like, all right. Oh, sorry, not ranked, but like something that's like Untamed and Chaos. But I guess we had enough of Untamed and Chaos. So yeah, Classic can be non-modern, and Wild is just everything. Classic, Alpha, Beta, Untamed, for sure. Doom. All right, so let's see. I was hoping we'd get to 3 cents. Oh, there it is. Let's go. Ask and you shall receive. It is the season of giving, isn't it? All right, so 3 cent SPS. I'll leave that up on the screen for you guys. All right. On general crypto market stuff, is this crypto pump a buy the rumor, sell the news related to ETF? Have you studied December, January market moves? I mean, Brandon, I haven't studied anything in depth. I'm not an analyst by any means, but I just cannot imagine it not being a sell the news event. So take this all with a grain of salt. I'm not a financial advisor. I just know that like Q4 tends to be like a fun time for crypto in general. January or Q1, I don't know what the stats are, but I can't imagine, like, if Q4 is known for being a run up, then I can imagine January being not like a bearish time, but definitely like a cool down time, right? So where Bitcoin lands by the end of December or maybe early January, if that's when the ETF gets approved, a lot of people are saying January 10th. I can imagine there being like a big pop, a big sell off afterwards, maybe even like a 10 to 30% correction, which is normal during bull runs, right? That might be the first one that we really get, first 30% correction. Well, I guess it wouldn't be the first, but it could be a 30% correction. And we just kind of trade sideways or chop around from like mid to late January all the way until, April, which is a good 2 to 3 months, right? Good 2 to 3 months of just chopping around. And that's a long period of time in a fast moving industry. And so I can imagine it being a situation where people are just bored, right? Or like, crypto's dead again. And, like similar to like, I hopefully won't have like a worldwide pandemic like 2020 to keep us all distracted, but whatever ends up happening, it could be it could be a global financial crisis. If you've been watching the banks and all that, but at some point, I think things are going to slow down Q1 and then hopefully pick up once again after the halving. All right, feels like a new Yu-Gi-Oh set. Having tourneys with new cards is so fun. I agree. Dragon, what's going on? All right, guys. Well, I've been on for an hour. I did not. I'm not gonna hang out for like 2 hours like I normally do, but I do plan on streaming as much as I possibly can this entire week. So, trying to think of like I'll be on tomorrow. I'm almost wondering if I should like hop back in tonight once I'm done with a bunch of things. But I also got to record some videos for you guys. If would anybody be interested in like 6 or 7 hours? Oh, well, I guess I don't want to interfere with NFT gaming collectibles, but I want to set up like one final like modern only tournament just for the fun of it. So I might do that at like 7 p.m. So in like 5 to 6 hours from now, and then hop on stream and just hang out with you guys. We'll do a little lead into NFT gaming and collectibles and Stever, just to make your Monday night have have a nice like lineup for Monday night, like or a late night host or something. But yeah, unless there's anything else you guys want to chat about, let's see if I got any other notes from the town hall. Oh yeah, there's gonna be no mobile updates. So for people crying about mobile, sorry, you're gonna have to cry a little longer. We talked about storage. Oh, salt unlocking potions. Totem fragment chances. That was interesting. Weapons training change. I think we all knew that already. All right. A lot of stuff. Okay, so wow. Have same DeFi Kingdom transactions thought. Nice explanations. I think you're Red X. What's funny is I think you're like a couple minutes behind on this. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna hop off. I'll see if I can hop back on a little bit later tonight. All right. So Dragon, you're the only one, but I'll try to set something up so we can do one final modern. And anybody who has Kitty or Yodin or whatever, you'll feel free to use it for the last time in modern format. But yeah, otherwise I'll be on tomorrow afterwards. I mean, maybe we'll like, dude, I want to stream like this entire week. So we'll see. Maybe if I get all my stuff done, maybe I'll even hop in early and pregame the show, and we'll do another tournament in the morning as well. So I just want to be like all Splinterlands this week and have fun with it. All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off. Have an amazing rest of your day, night, whatever time it is. Hopefully I get to catch you again soon, but if not, for sure I will be live with the team tomorrow, and then plan to stream after they go live as well. Oh, sorry, after I'm done with that, which should be like 2:00 my time, which is about 24 hours from right now. 24 hours and 45 minutes. I'll be back live here at the latest, if I don't burn the candle at both ends by streaming tonight and tomorrow. But that's all I got. Have an amazing rest of your day. Peace. Oh yeah, Gregory, yes, I will work on the 5 biggest takeaways. I'll try to get that out later tonight. All right, have a good one, guys. Later.